Today I am here to inform you guys about the technology your children use. If you parents limit the time usage of their electronics, then they will have more time hanging out with their friends and family, playing outdoors, and focusing more on their schoolwork. If these kids would be more productive if parents take control, their medical bills will be more cheaper due to not having to go to the eye doctor multiple times in a year. Remember when you were a kid and you were playing outside with your friends and having a good time? According to Growing Wireless, quote, 55% of children or parents with tablets use to entertain their children under 12 years old while traveling. 41% says that their tablets are entertaining their children at restaurants, unquote. Technology has a huge impact on children. I will be talking today about possible health problems, social interaction issues, and lastly, how to limit your children from these devices. I want you guys to take in this information I provided in this speech and use it in your children's lives. All your children have are some type of electronic devices. There are several health problems that come and occur to people who overuse technology and use it as an unhealthy amount of time. There are many reasons to monitor your children from these devices. With these advantages of value, there are very important reasons why we encourage parents not to let your children use them too much. According to healthhub.sg, there are lots of examples of health problems that kids will or might develop over time. One example of this website is bad posture. This occurs when your children is hunched over on the couch and looking down at the screen. Eye strain is also a big problem by the bright lights, high screen contacts, and glares and flickering images. May make a game or video more exciting, but really it takes a toll on their eyes. According to Health Hub's quote, when exposed to all those germs on devices which are easily transferred from kid to kid, it only takes a matter of time before your kid will get ill, unquote. Technology doesn't just impact your body, it also impacts social interactions. Using technology to communicate instead of talking on the phone or face-to-face can also lead to face social interaction issues. When someone uses technology such as computers, games, or TVs, they are not interacting with others. Finding good quality time with your family can also be difficult for many people, but allowing technology to cut into those moments we have is something parents may want to prevent such as possible. Even when parents have family movie night or game night, don't do it on the Xbox. It takes away face-to-face time with your children, and it has no interaction with them. Researchers found at the University of California, Los Angeles, they studied a group of 6th graders and found out that those who went 5 days without screening time were significantly better at reading human emotion than children with regular access to technology. Many parents doesn't know that technology can ruin their children's health. However, this is why doctors advise you to limit your children from these devices. Your children need to limit their use of technology so that they can live a healthier life healthier and socially. According to www.verywellfamily.com, they advise parents to not put TVs in their children's room. This can cause many problems, including lowering test scores at school, sleeping problems throughout the night, and even obesity. They say when your kids are not on these devices or TVs to turn it off while they're playing with other toys. You're supposed to set a certain time of a day that your kid can only use it and stick to these limits you have on your kid. Also, it will reduce physical activity, so your kid will just be sitting on the couch playing video games and getting fat. You're supposed to also help them pick out a movie because the movie choice that they have might not be the best for them. Parents should also have a limit on their children's device for an hour of TV or video games a day, or a couple hours a week. Make sure you stick to these limits. I did a survey with a mom asking her some questions about the use of technology her children use. Some questions I asked were, how many hours a day do you think your girls play on their tablets? She says an hour at max, if that, maybe 30 minutes. My second question was, how do you limit them from these devices? She says she sets a timer on her phone for 10 minutes, and once it hits that, they are done and they know to go put it on the charger. The third question was, what do your kids do on these tablets? She says they play learning games such as they learn their numbers, colors, reading, and there's books that read to them. My final question was, when you go out to eat, do your kids play on tablets or your phones? She says no. When they go out to eat, they want to enjoy their family time together and talk to their kids. Even though technology can provide wonderful opportunities for your children, it can also have a negative effect on health and well-beings. While trying to get your kids off these devices, just remember they will eventually thank you for doing that, and you are setting a good example. Try to limit the screening time. Make sure you know what the effects on your children can be for their health and social interactions in the future. Quote, education is the most powerful weapon which you can choose to change the world, unquote, unknown. I want you parents to take in this information I provided in my speech and use it in your children's life.
That's good.